Hey, everybody, and welcome to the moddersinc.com podcast. This is going to be kind of new. We're working on a little bit shorter, more condensed version. Just something to give you a little something to listen to midways through the week. We have no idea where this is going to go. We've got a lot of different topics that we're sitting there busting around right now, and this is going to be kind of a free form, free flow. Chat about things that are on our mind right now, things that are in the news right now, things that are possibly projects that are going on in our lives. Just before we started recording, Michael was asking us about potential paints that are more durable than others, and we've kind of bandied around the idea of engine block paint or high temperature paint or brake paint in regards to making a painted surface more durable. So if you guys have anything about that, please feel free to drop us a line, come out to Modders Inc., drop it on the forums, or send us an email and let us know. But with that, let's just go ahead and continue our conversation here. Let's see here. Casemods. Everybody comes to Modders Inc. for Casemods. We all love our Casemods. We all have designs in our head. We see these incredible things that are going on online. Guys, have you seen any Casemods out there that you think are just like worthy of conversation or talk, or things that you're just like, wow, I can't believe they came up with that?
No.
I have one.
have you guys checked out the new Hulk mod by Jen Key?
No.
That was yeah. I think that's his previous one. He's part of the season 2 of the Thermaltake Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
Thermaltake Invitational. For those of you not paying attention, Thermaltake's been running modding contests where they do invite only. If I'm not mistaken, our master modder Nick was involved in the inaugural Thermaltake modder contest, and now they're up to season 2. They've got a lot of people involved in it right now. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was that? 10?
Yeah, that's twice. It's twice as many as the last one. So,
how long do these things go?
Ours was 2 months, but I think that since ours was the inaugural, they kind of got all the little bugs out of the system.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this time they are getting a little bit longer to work with their stuff because of the whole logistics problem, everybody being all over the world and getting product out to everybody, within the same time frame.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part with it when you're dealing with an international contest like this, is that you want to make sure that all the competitors have all their hardware pretty close to the same time. Because it really does make a big difference.
It's kind of difficult to build with something you don't have.
Yeah,
is it a jab, guys? Is it a little jab at something?
No.
It's not that. It's that
okay.
there are things that happen outside of our control, like at the docks, for instance. When we had the longshoreman strike, there was a lot of product that was just sitting in cargo containers, and everybody's sitting here going, "Hey, where's my stuff?" So yeah. It's not anyone's particular fault. It's just things happen, and so
right.
I'm pretty sure in order to keep things like that from happening this time, they kind of extended, their work time.
Very cool. Dwayne, quit stirring the pot.
I'm not stirring it. Dang, you guys were talking about it. I was just wondering. I was just asking a question, a legitimate question.
Yeah.
I've heard some experience lately of something like that.
Okay, all right.
Are you guys betting on anyone in particular so far in season 2? I mean, it looks like Ron Lee Christensen is the most popular one, at least
He
from
seems to be the most popular. I'm going for my boy Jesse Palacio because I know what he has to work with, and that's almost nothing. I mean, to really see what this guy can pull off with literally.
Yeah, he uses hand tools. He's a hand tool.
Yeah, he scores his acrylic with a piece of jagged metal that he made himself.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's come a long way since we.
This is the stuff he's done, and you see the level of work that he produces with what he's got. So I'm really rooting for him. I mean, I know there's a lot of really awesome talent out there. I mean, Ron Lee Christensen, we got Boddicker. Yeah, Boddickers. I mean, all these guys are really good. But I'm going for my boy Jesse, dude. He's just kind of one of the modders after my own
Michael, how about you?
style.
I think I'm the odd man out here. I'm having trouble following what the hell you guys are talking about. I'm desperately clicking around on this page. I'm like,
Yeah, so
this guy
yeah,
with
he
a
doesn't.
sword.
We don't know who this guy is. We just kind of dragged him in off the street. So
Yeah, I don't know who I am either. Well, I will say that the link will be in the description below for this video, so everyone else can maybe have a better shot at figuring out what the fuck.
For my, I think Brian Carter would be my pick. I think he was the first one. He's the first modder I've seen before I even knew what case modding was a long time ago.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the other favorites.
He's pretty. I've never seen him work fast before, so this might be something new for him. Because I know he takes his time with his mods, and he's very detail oriented.
Mm-hmm.
He has an eclectic kind of style. He doesn't really have one single style. He pretty much does anything.
Yeah, that whole deadline thing kind of throws the whole.
It's a whole different dynamic.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, once they start talking about deadlines, it's like, oh wait, I can't take 8 months to do my build anymore. I have to have it done within a certain time parameter.
Yep. It's when you're eagerly watching the weather. It's like, oh God, when can I paint? Oh God, when can I cut? Oh God, when can I let this cure?
I think he's got a little bit of taste of that with it since he participated in the Corsair competitions. So we'll see how he does with this one. I still have my faith. I still put my faith in the guy.
Yeah.
So he's my bet in this one.
Joe?
I'm gonna go with Ron. Just because I've seen what he can do in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And, he really doesn't use a lot of crazy tools, if any. He's like, on the
He's an artist.
He's a true artist. He's an airbrush artist, a sculptor.
Yeah, he makes props.
He makes his own props, things like that. So he's taking his stuff comes to like a whole nother dynamic. Almost.
Right. That alien
amazing
PC he did was, I think 2 or 3 months he finished it in.
Yeah. And
I think
really quick.
Just to say, so you can see how detail oriented he is. Even his work logs and his videos alone are kind of art pieces in themselves. So you can see how much effort he puts into his work, whether it's case modding or off case modding.
Even his trailers are very well edited. Yeah. He makes trailers for his mod, for crying out loud.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That implies very good project planning.
Yeah.
The last video I posted for a case mod was done at like 3 in the morning on my cell phone, at 4 a.m.
I remember those days.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot.
Making it up as I go along.
Dwayne, how about you?
That's pretty much how I do it, man.
Me?
Yeah. Who are you picking for the invitational?
Me!
I was going to say, I don't see my name on the list, so.
Yeah, I know. We're burning a hole in that screen. Where's Dwayne? Where's Craig? I don't see.
I'd have to go, I have to stay with the American team because that's the guys I know the best. And I like Brian's work, and I like kind of like Brian's style of, he's not out there pushing, flashing, and doing everything else. Looky me, looky me, kind of thing. He's more of, I'll just let my work do my talk.
Yep. Cool.
So, they would be Brian.
So we've got the Thermaltake mod invitational going on right now. I saw, is there an MSI mod competition going on right now too?
And a pro mod one, yeah.
A pro mod, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think Mark actually placed in the first season of that, where basically it has to use some sort of MSI product with the build.
I think you have to use an MSI board and an MSI GPU.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's available worldwide, and I think right now are they still accepting entrants, or is it judging time? Or
I think it's judging time already. I want to say the cutoff was last week or the week before.
So do you think this is going to be kind of the new norm for manufacturers to be pimping their products by having these personalized contests. I mean, I know Cooler Master's been doing it for a long time. Thermaltake seems to be taking this to another level by creating, bam after bam after bam for these invitational modding competitions. I've seen MSI throwing a couple of these out. I've seen a couple of other modding board. See, who was it?
Asus did one for their laptops and their. Well, it wasn't really like a case modding competition. They had to make
it's like a display.
Yeah, like a display case or a table or something that
even EK with their Vulture case, they have that as an invitational as well.
Yeah,
it's getting to be.
Xgear did it with their R40, and then I guess Corsair to an extent with us.
Yep.
Because there's never really a shortage of creative people out there who will do it. Will kind of put time and money on it.
Right.
Also, just from a marketing perspective, I'm clicking through their prizes that they're giving out, and it seems to be all stuff they make, and everything you manufacture, you have margins on, you have inventory, so it's you get a discount on it because you're the guy who makes it, and I think they're getting a pretty sweet deal. Whenever you run a contest, you're getting you're manufacturing all this hype, people voting, people showing it off, so I think it's definitely seems like a sustainable business model from what I can see.
I mean, well, just think. I mean, who makes their products look good?
Exactly.
Absolutely. Who makes them? So where everybody's going, ooh, I want that.
You.
Yeah.
We do that, not you. We do that.
Exactly.
We as a whole.
And you look at the marketing budget of any company, it's like a huge amount. So they just say, hey, we got some stuff on the shelf, let's send this out, and in exchange we'll get the best goddamn ad you could possibly ask for, sold.
Sweet. Well, that's good.
It's rare for people to buy a case now and keep it in stock. There's always something that can be improved upon.
Even down here, I mean, in this little tiny town that I live in, once I was getting out to some of the more local conventions and showing that you can get a custom PC, they're like freaking out. Like, how much does that cost? I'm like, it only costs like maybe $50 to $65 more than what you're paying from the box guy over here. But the only exception is your PC. This one is being made by someone who loves to build PCs and loves to produce content work, not by somebody who works on a line that didn't want to go to work that day.
Right.
There's also that new trend now where manufacturers kind of have a base model and they sell upgrade accessories to go with it.
Fantex is pretty good on that one.
Lian Li and Fantex even is doing it now with their cases. So that's pretty much, I think, directly from the vein of from something they learned from modders.
Yeah, I mean, the whole modular case system is pretty much coming from the modders aspect, because I mean, usually what was the very first thing we did when we got a case? Well, let's pop the rivets. Pick, in pieces.
Yep.
So I mean, a lot of the case manufacturers are really starting to incorporate. I mean, look at Fantex. Most of their cases don't even have rivets anymore. It's all screws. All the panels you can take the case completely apart.
What's this? The Cooler Master Pro? Is it what's this?
The Master Case 5.
The Master Case.
Yeah.
Is that thing like? I mean, I haven't seen one, but I've heard about it.
It's like a big puzzle.
Okay.
Not a bad sense, but it's like you can buy the core and then you can buy like extra add-ons.
Okay.
So it's kind of like what the MK3 is.
Yeah.
You can buy a base model and you buy little add-on pieces.
I haven't seen a full detailed kind of review of it yet. I've seen the videos, but I didn't click on any of them, so I'm waiting for a full review, like a real review to see it. But I don't really see it. I don't see how modular it really is. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I'm looking at a picture right now, and I think what it intends to show is that everything kind of comes apart, which is nice for maintenance and modding and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only get so modular when you have a rigid steel frame,
Yeah.
Ugh.
The thing, I know Fractal.
Yeah, exactly.
Fractal
But the thing is that kind of design is. Yeah, that kind of design is kind of used by not just them. There's so many cases use that now. It's not really that modular as they kind of tout it to be. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's all about the marketing. You can go
Yeah,
buy
when they
cheap
marketed
booze
it,
and
it
they'll
was,
say,
it was supposed to be this modder case, but I mean, the 5.5 doesn't look like it's removable. That base plate doesn't look like it's removable.
Well,
it might be if you
we
if you look
won't
at it
know
from a
until we
different
get a
angle.
model in front of us. So
Yeah, I know.
it's really hard to judge from a picture.
Well, there's a second angle, and it looks like at least the bays you can move up and down. I don't know about that big old shelf labeled number 4. Oh no, never mind. I'll shut up. You can't move that. So, well, just on the topic of people making their cases more modular, I think that's really smart because it doesn't really represent much of an extra cost to the manufacturer. They just gotta, have some CAD guy draft it that way, and then
Right.
manufacture it a little different.
Look, the only other than the cost difference between rivets and screws, but I mean that's pennies.
Yeah.
And is that but yeah, I mean, you've got Fractal, K-Slabs. I think Lion Lee also does the screws instead of rivets.
NZXT has always used screws.
Yep, NZXT, Vantex.
Yep, Fantex as well. You're starting to see less and less rivets, which is
Yeah.
good. Because
Yeah,
I'm tired of having to like pry them off my 1/8 bit.
That's why
Yeah, that's something I might end up writing about. Oh, sorry.
I use a Christmas tree bit. Just, by the time we get to the second one, the rivet ring just falls off.
You just knock it against a cheap case and it'll come off. No, I got a couple of Goodwill cases that I'm using as medical cadavers, and I feel like I may be writing an article about how to retrofit things with lots of rivets, and how to replace.
We need to write some tips on how to get rid of the urine smell.
Oh.
Oh man, I'll fight you. Goodwill side every day.
I tried to buy.
Would you get it from Mark Kelly's house or what, dude?
I wanted to buy a couple of IBM Model M keyboards, and it always smelled so bad. When I see like vintage consoles, it's like, why does it always smell like urine?
Yeah, all right, if you can overlook the urine, you can get PS1s for $350, which I recently picked up. Yeah. There's at least 1 kilobyte of RAM in there. You gotta respect.
What do you want a PS1 for?
I flip it. I'm doing a repear on it.
Okay, I was gonna say we can emulate that on our PCs.
I know. Absolutely, yeah.
Put it on my shield.
No, that's something I considered writing about, but yeah, exactly. No,
because you have a remote.
Anyway, oh good lord.
Nothing like playing Digimon World 1. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I am looking through our forums, and there's this should be specifically of import to Dewayne, but there is a new Fallout 4 mod out there.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Link.
ZenModz, Fallout 4. Somebody's intruding on your territory, Dewayne.
Nah, I'm not scared.
His rig was an IDF.
There we go.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at that one too.
Yep.
It's like a raven.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch. Who else did? I think one of our previous featured mods.
I see my real rust is starting to catch on. Excellent. Yes.
James Churchill did a Fallout mod.
Someone's journals.
Is that going to be our theme for the next Staff versus Staff?
Fallout.
Hello Kitty, I think would be a good one.
Hey, I've already done 2 or 3 pink bills, dude. I don't know.
Now, not to be a sour butt, but I feel like if you scroll up a little bit, when I think of Fallout, I don't think there should be a single thing that's reflective. Everything should be completely worn down by sand and should be dull and shitty looking. It looks too nice on the inside.
Yeah, that's why I did that with my Doom mod. I wanted to make sure that almost every aspect of it looked like it was at least 40 or 50 years old.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really what you're doing with a lot of case mods is you're telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are just like, look at how flawless this is, but other people are, this is an in-universe item, that sort of thing.
Well, sometimes the story you're telling is, please sponsor me.
Well, I mean, actually, I think me and Dwayne have very similar styles because we like to pick a theme, and we want our build to represent that theme,
Right.
and not always directly. I mean, because there's a lot of people that'll do a mod, and there's the logo of the game they're working on or whatever, blatantly displayed.
Mhm.
Whereas with my Man of Steel build, I never put Superman everywhere or Man of Steel everywhere on my build, but
it should
by
tell
looking
you.
at it, you could tell. Okay, well, this is a Superman build.
I can remember somebody here a couple of years ago that did a Hulk build holding up a motherboard, and I thought that was really cool. And then they put a Maximum PC logo on the front of the motherboard, and I'm like, what has that got to do with the?
It got them what they wanted, though. It got them,
Got
I
some
really like
recognition.
So Rustmaster Flex over here, Nick. Do you think he just cut that with a Dremel and then let it soak? Because that looks like very intense rust.
Yeah, that actually looks like it's probably sat in some sort of battery acid.
Mm-hmm.
Or some sort of heavy corrosive like that, because
that's just very patient.
No, that's real corrosive right there. Like that's an acid. It sat in an acid bath for a while.
Are you basing that off of the heavy pitting on the surface? Okay.
Yeah. That's done through some sort of acid, or because there's no natural way that happens.
Mm-hmm. That makes
sense. That has to be some sort of chemical.
What case is that? Is that FTO2?
Looks like it.
That is an O2.
He took your vent idea.
Vents are a great little motif.
Don't knock the vent.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember when Craig did it on
his. The only concern with this is how, if you're transporting this and you don't have that in the shot.
Yeah, see, that's what a lot of people were telling me about mine. They're like, "Don't cut yourself." I'm like, "It's clear coated, dude."
When you guys, this is just a one-off. When you guys transport your stuff, I usually prefer to Dexter wrap it with like Saran wrap because it's so cheap.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, from having to drive 850 miles from my house to QuakeCon, you take out anything that isn't held in place with at least four fasteners, i.e. your graphics cards, anything like that, you take it out. Drain the reservoir. Well, actually, I'm the only stupid enough to transport my stuff full of fluid.
Did you pay, or were you lucky?
Stupid. Actually, I've been lucky these both times, but I only use PETG tubing. I don't use acrylic. I don't use.
For good reason.
Yeah, because
what is that material he's using? The yellow thing outside that looks pretty good.
I'm sorry.
I think it was foam.
It was foam.
That's
foam. And then he put the vault door inside a piece of foam, and then he picked it apart to make it look like rock.
That's nice.
That looks very good.
I think that's a model maker technique where you foam to rock kind of thing.
Yeah, that's definitely someone who's hardly had experience in making like model landscapes and things like that out of foam or something like that.
Where did the sorry.
The guys that you really want it, not necessarily I mean, if you want to get some inspiration and see some killer techniques, the guys you want to go check out are the model train guys.
Ooh, those guys are hardcore.
Those guys, they're hardcore, and some of those guys have been doing this for a long time.
I checked it out before. It was like their stuff can be pretty pricey. The materials they're using.
Some of the stuff they use gets real expensive.
I was hoping when I saw what they're spending on it.
They'll show you how to make washes that make plastic look like it's 100-year-old rust, man, and you just gotta wash it.
Oh, they know how to do water too, all types of landscapes and
that's what my dad's in. So that's where I got my corrosive technique from. He's like, well, do this. I was like, it works. It works really well.
Now, what do you guys do for detailed painting? Like, say, if I want to come in and just paint with a small brush, like a paintbrush, how do you prep that for like items like that, like a foam or something? compared to
Actually, with that, you have to get a specific paint that is made for working with that kind of material because there are different chemical
Pores.
compositions and different paces. Yeah, if you tried to use like a spray paint on foam, it's going to disintegrate right in front of your face.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a scene of aliens unfold right in front of you.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I got something still in my garage. It looks like it's actually a pretty cool like plasma rifle shot at effect, but not good if
Yeah,
you find what you want.
that's what happens. Some chemicals will do that. So usually a lot of times if you're going to be working with foam or stuff like that, use a fabric-based paints that are used on fabrics and stuff like that because they don't have those really harsh chemicals in them.
Yeah,
that's pretty smart, yeah.
Acrylic I've found
Dries, because the fumes will eat it too.
Yeah. Not only that, but the chemical reaction sometimes between the material you're painting and paint can be very bad for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like bleach and styrofoam, I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much most accelerants in spray paints are going to be like non-polar kind of acetone things, and then you combine that with foam, and that's just going to eat right into it. Right. I found it. This is the cheap ass hillbilly side to counteract Nick's every knowledge. If you get acrylic paint, you can just brush that on. You'll have brush strokes if you look really closely, but if you're just trying to do a little touch-up work and you're not too worried about it, you can get away with that.
What are you doing?
Is that him or is that a different person?
That was Craig, probably a few years ago.
Yeah, before we grew the...
When I was working with carbon fiber, I learned that styrofoam is an accelerant.
Yeah.
And I mixed my resins in a styrofoam cup, and like 30 seconds later, the cup was on fire. I turned around and I see smoke. And the smoke, it just like, I was like, oh, okay, styrofoam isn't good. It was fast. It was like 30 seconds.
You are a piece of work. You know that? You are an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah, we need to take all super glues and accelerants away from this guy, man.
Where he just he just pours cereal and it goes on fire.
We just need a camera, in his garage, live streaming from his house, just waiting.
He works for an oil company, ladies and gentlemen. He works for an oil company, and he random things just set on fire.
I work in the safety department too. That's the worst part.
Oh, that's good.
Well, you have to know what's not safe.
I learned through experience.
Well, unfortunately, guys, it's getting a little late for me, so I'm gonna have to see you guys later.
Well, okay, I think this is good. I think that's good. This is we started at 9:45, I think, and it's now coming up on 10:15, so it's about 30 minutes.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
cool.
Talking shit about Nick section of the podcast.
Yeah, you better make it count, buddy.
All right. Well, that being the case, folks, we want to respect your time. This is just a little quick 30-minute jab of modding fun and discussion, and we hope you've gotten some interesting nuggets and some stuff that's been inspirational about it. So until next time, we'll probably drop another one of these in. We'll try and do a couple of these, one or two of them a month, as well as our normal podcast. So as we do them, hope you enjoy them. From all of us here at Modders Inc. to you, see you around.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye.
Peace.